there's some disagreement about how well Marco Rubio did in this debate. I thought, look, I don't think anybody did great except Trump, really, because he kept true to his brand.
Yes.
But I thought Rubio exceeded expectations. And the Republicans, they had a president serve for 8 years that got us to invade Iraq for no reason because of a guy just keep beating no expectations. People thought, he can't climb but one step. And they're like, hey, he got to the fourth step. It's fantastic. Let's go to war. So I'm curious what you guys think. But let's take a quick look at one of Rubio's answers, which I think is interesting because, as John, I think you talked about before, none of these guys want to talk about abortion. Or they only want to talk about it in their terms. But Megyn Kelly asked him whether he would support, said that in the past he had supported an exception of allowing for abortion in the cases of rape or incest, and Marco Rubio responded as best he could.
You favor a rape and incest exception to abortion bans. If you believe that life begins at conception, as you say you do, how do you justify ending a life just because it begins violently through no fault of the baby?
Well, Megyn, first of all, I'm not sure that that's a correct assessment of my record. I would go on to add that I believe all
You don't favor a rape and an incest exception?
I have never said that, and I have never advocated that. What I have advocated is that we pass law in this country that says all human life at every stage of its development is worthy of protection. In fact, I think that law already exists. It's called the Constitution of the United States. And I think future generations will look back at this history of our country and call us barbarians for murdering millions of babies who we never gave them a chance to live.
So there was another example of the radicalization of the Republican Party by Fox News. It's the Fox Newsification. So he has a very, very, very reasonable stance of I'm against abortion, but I sponsored a bill that would make an exception for rape and incest, which I think you would find overwhelming support in the country for that. So that would be considered a very moderate position. Fox News can't have a moderate position, so they put him up against the wall. And now he had to go, no, I'm not moderate. So this is the Fox Newsification and it comes from Fox that makes the right wing more radical. Right now you got to deny science, but it's also because of the Democrats, right? The more the Democrats go to the right, the more the Republicans have to go to the right because they have to differentiate themselves. So that's what that is. Used to be, you could be a Republican and you could sponsor Planned Parenthood. You could raise funds for them like the Bush's father and grandfather did, right? But they can't do that now. And when the Democrats say, hey, maybe I'm for TPP, maybe I'm for the pipeline, I don't want to break up the banks, where are the Republicans left to go? Those are all Democratic issues. When you're a Democrat and you won't put on a soft shoe and go march with the unions, with the teachers' unions, and you won't stand, where are the Republicans? They have to differentiate them. When you propose their health care plan that is a giveaway to corporations, what are they supposed to do to differentiate themselves now? What they do is they go farther right. Fuck health care and fuck our own plan. And that's exactly what's happening. It's coming from Fox News. It's coming from the Democratic Party. So that's why we need the Democrats to go farther left so now the Republicans can come back to the center. As long as the Democrats keep doing what they're doing with Hillary Clinton, not sure how she feels about the XL pipeline, all that shit, not wanting to break up the banks, not wanting to reinstall Glass-Steagall, until the Democrats become Democrats again, the right wing will continue to be crazy and we won't have a left in the country anymore, which we don't. If Bernie Sanders doesn't make a big impact in this race, we're just sliding farther to the right, and that's a perfect example of it right there. You can't even have the most moderate position on abortion and women's health productive services and be considered a viable Republican.
Yeah, I definitely would not call that a moderate position, but for a Republican, perhaps it's a moderate position.
No, but I mean, we even get to the point. I mean, first of all, well done, James.
Thank you.
But to have, you still, even at your age, you can still be passionate. And
fucking asshole.
But how about, this is new this year that we have a moment in a Republican debate where a candidate who's considered moderate in that field, like Marco Rubio, had a moment of hey, I got an idea on immigration reform. And for a brief moment, everybody was like, oh, look at this guy. And then they were like, not if you ever expect that this guy's exception for rape.
Yeah.
And I get, because as we've said before, I don't think you can be purely, if you're really against abortion, you can't have the exception for rape or incest. But it is nuts that we get a moment where if a woman is raped or there's incest, where he has to go, I don't think I ever said that.
Yeah.
Don't be silly.
Totally.
No. I do not accept that exception.
Yeah.
That's an amazing point.
It sucks that they
expect-
didn't bring up the life of the mother. I wish that they had thrown that in there too, because again, it's a consistency.
Well, they've gotten
thing.
rid of that a long
And I
time
think-
ago because they see that as all that is a doctor's got to that gives too much leeway to a doctor.
doctors
be
have
able
to say.
she's the life of the mother.
Yeah, but
Have
I
no
want
choice.
them to be forced to say, yes, I would be willing
That's
to
right.
let
We
the
should
mother
keep talking.
die.
We
That's what I want to hear them say. I want Marco Rubio and all the other chuckleheads on that stage, I want them to be forced to say that.
I want to hear them
They didn't
also
have
be
to.
forced to say, yes, I would make a 12-year-old incest victim carry a baby to term.
Which he is now on the record
Which
as
he's
saying
now on
that
the
he's
record
in
as
favor
saying
of.
that's what it's all about.
But we're supposed to feel uncomfortable about abortion because after the abortion, the fetal remains will be used for vaccination research and stuff like that.
So
We're supposed to become pro-life now because of that.
Yes, and I
But
can't
they'll
wait.
fucking kill a mom
And I
to
can't-
make sure
yes.
that they get the abortion.
And I can't wait for
that they don't get the
Rubio
abortion.
and Huckabee to get Alzheimer's and dementia and refuse their treatment that got
Yes.
researched because of on principle, on their stupid moral principle.
Yeah.
They're going to let their dementia keep ravaging their brain.